Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you saw from the thumbnail and the title, in today's video I'll be showing you two methods of color correcting your skin to achieve that flawless finish on your base makeup. So if you want to know what are those two techniques which give pretty much the same exact result, then please do continue watching. First and foremost, it is very important to prep your skin, for which I'm using the Pilgrim 24K Gold Serum here, which is infused with niacinamide and hyaluronic acid. And I'm just applying a few dots of this, making sure that the serum is well absorbed into the skin. It's a very lightweight kind of a serum, gets absorbed into my oily skin pretty well and doesn't make my skin go greasy, which I absolutely love. So make sure that you prep your skin well and allow it to seep and sink into the skin for about 5 to 10 minutes and then begin with your makeup. For primer, I'm taking the Lakme Absolute Undercover Gel Primer. This is a pretty new launch from Lakme and I really like how this primer performs on my oily skin. So again, I'm just concentrating the primer on the main areas of my face like that and gently tapping and pressing the primer into my skin. It's a gel-based primer which helps in filling up all the pores and create a smooth, even canvas. And again, make sure that you wait for a few minutes before applying anything on top of a primer, just so that it gets absorbed and doesn't get disrupted with the foundation or concealer. So yeah. Now comes the main part, which is color correcting. I'll be using a concealer of a darker shade on one side of my face and an orange color corrector on the other. For the orange color corrector, I'm using the K-Beauty liquid corrector in the shade orange and applying a very tiny amount of it on the under eyes and around the mouth area and right on top of the acne spots on the cheek on one side, and that's how the skin looks so far. Now I'm going to take the LA Girl Pro HD Liquid Concealer in the shade Chestnut, which is a couple of shades darker to my skin tone. So I'm applying this concealer on the same areas as the other side, which is the dark circles and pigmentation around the mouth and also on top of my acne spots. Making sure that the concealer is slightly darker to your skin tone is key here, which is very important to color correct as well as conceal in the same step. And that's how the products look on each of the side. Now to blend this step, I'm going to take a damp beauty blender and blend the orange color corrector side first. It is very important to blend out and shear out an orange color corrector so that it doesn't look very stark once your entire makeup is done and foundation is on and everything. So make sure that you blend it out. This color corrector from K-Beauty is slightly of a reddish orange color, which works really well on my dusky skin tone. Now I'm adding a tiny little dot right near the mouth area because my pigmentation was still peeking through, so I wanted to counteract that part alone. Now I'm going to move on to the other side and just blending out the concealer here. And as I blend out, you will see that most of my hyperpigmentation is already concealed and looks very even on this side, because a darker concealer really helps in evening out your skin tone while color correcting it at the same time. Now this will be applicable for only people with moderate pigmentation, not of a very deep dark pigmentation. So that's how the skin looks right now with the color correction done with a darker shade of concealer as well as the orange color corrector. For foundation, I'm using the Color Bar Liquid Foundation here in the shade FW 8.2. This is their 24 hours weightless foundation, and this is such a perfect match for my skin tone. Has a medium to buildable kind of a coverage. So I'm starting out from the center of my face on the orange color corrector side and then blending it out on the perimeters of my face. If you have an oily skin type, you would really like it, and just slowly building up the coverage wherever it is necessary and the orange is still peeking through. And on the other side as well, I'm using the same exact steps, nothing different here. And whatever is left, I'm just running that on the forehead as well as the neck and the ear area as well, so that there is no demarcation on all these areas. For concealer, I'm using the Infallible Concealer from L'Oreal, and the number is 317, and applied that wherever I generally highlight and conceal my face, and blending it out using a concealer blending brush. Again, making sure to use gentle dabbing motion so that the layers underneath the base doesn't get disrupted. And once that is done, I like to go over with my damp beauty blender to just take off any excess and make sure that everything looks even. And I finish the rest of the makeup off camera, and that's how the skin looks after an entire face of makeup. Honestly, you cannot spot any difference on both these sides because they both did the exact same job of color correcting my skin as well as sort of concealing it. It's only that if you have more darker and deeper sort of pigmentation, you might require an orange color corrector instead of a darker shade of concealer. But if you have a similar pigmentation like mine, a darker shade of concealer is quite enough to get rid of all the hyperpigmentation away from the skin and to make your skin more even and everything. So I really hope that you guys found this video useful and helpful. If you did, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up, comment. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Hit the bell notification to get notified each time I upload a new video on my channel, and also follow me on my Instagram. I'll put the link in the description box. This is it. Take care of yourselves, and I shall see you guys soon in my next one. Bye.